So, the man himself, the best immigration lawyer I know, Joseph Patrick Murphy. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm well, Marty. Thanks for having me on.
The SHI blank hit the fan again, sir. Right?
Yeah, it did.
Explain, because I started hearing from you and cops about the same time. What went down as you see it, sir?
A whole bunch of different things.
Yep.
For whatever reason, this guy ran into that restaurant, and I chased him. All right. They're supposed to do that. They're supposed to chase fleeing criminals. And this guy reportedly, in addition to maybe having an immigration, although I think he was not the guy they were looking for, but in addition to that, there may have been some force used in that parking lot. ICE is at least saying that he tried to hit him with the car. He runs in the restaurant. That's fine. They chase him into the public areas of the restaurant. No big deal. I believe at some point they were trying to go into a non-public area and or wanted to continue in the restaurant after the people that run the restaurant told them no. Now, they didn't have a restaurant for Central Diner. Hot Pursuit maybe. But,
No warrant. Yeah.
You get in the way of law enforcement, decisions are going to be made very, very quickly. And it doesn't always match up to civil rights.
Right.
Okay. There's order, there's law enforcement, and then there's what happens in courtrooms. If you're in a diner and you're two ICE agents chasing one bad guy and all the people in there are hollering at you, maybe you do collar somebody to show a force to let them know that you're not kidding around. Otherwise, you have everybody in that restaurant attacking you. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons they may have arrested that fellow. The good news is that they let him out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think he was in custody for an hour or so. They took him over to Southside and let him go. And this is, again, what I'm saying now is assuming everybody's telling the truth,
Yes,
which
sir.
is never the case when you have these sorts of things going on. Everybody's trying to game the system. None of these people are Boy Scouts. You've got the restaurant trying to stop ICE from coming in, the potentially other illegals in the kitchen. I don't know what the value of throwing that into their statement is. The fact that they found other nasty stuff or illegal stuff or things like that in the restaurant has nothing to do with the fact that they attacked this guy. And again, the purpose of the attack isn't clear. Because what were they trying to do? They arrest this guy for what? For interfering with an investigation. He told them no. This is different than getting in the way of ICE on the street. You know, I'm very against that, and I've said that routinely.
You have.
If you're at a protest and ICE is arresting somebody, you're not supposed to get yourself in between an ICE police car, taking prisoners, stuff like this. But I think the rules change quite a bit when you're on private property, and ICE doesn't have a warrant for that private property. Obviously, they would change quite a bit if it was your own home. But there's something discomforting about this. Everybody's got their thumb on it. The piece from ICE that you just read was a little bit more of advocacy than even reporting.
It was, sir.
And I would imagine some of the stories we heard from the other side are that too.
I agree.
On balance, ladies and gentlemen, don't get involved in this stuff. You're going to get hurt. If you feel that strongly about it, great, go ahead, do that stuff. You're going to end up arrested. You could end up facing criminal charges. More importantly, you got to look at your own health condition. This guy has a heart condition. What in the name of Jesus in heaven is he doing wrestling with these agents?
People get emotional. People get emotional.
Well, that's the other thing, right? Everybody's all worked up about this. The savior complexes, heaven and hell immigration, the orange man, you name it, is thrown in here. Every gripe in the history of civilization is focusing on this one topic. But that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that this happened. Luckily, no one got seriously injured. The agents didn't get hurt. That man didn't get hurt.
ICE source. If a U.S. citizen impedes, they will be arrested. We have the authority to arrest citizens. That's true, isn't it?
They do. I've repeatedly said that on your show and on other media sources. ICE, they're not like immigration police. They're general police that have been assigned to immigration work. They have the authority to arrest you. If they see you doing a crime, if you do crimes to them, of course they're going to arrest you. The question is here, that's easy. That's right. You're outside and ICE is driving down the street and you're throwing rocks at an ICE truck, or they're trying to arrest somebody and you try and fight with the agents.
Yes, sir. Those
are easy to understand as things you shouldn't be doing. But what about when they come to your restaurant without a warrant and say, we're coming in, or even into the private areas of your restaurant, right? Because you've got a difference there between the dining room, which they're allowed to walk through.
Yes.
They're invited in there.
Yes.
That's the nature of a business. And the kitchen. The kitchen is generally off limits because it's very dangerous. Insurance doesn't cover people in the kitchen wrestling with hot frying oil, sharp knives, boiling water, all that stuff. So there's damn good reason to say, look, you're not going to do this rough and tumble in my kitchen. Among them is the fact that it's dangerous in there. And ultimately, that's what they did. They backed off and set up a perimeter around the restaurant and waited until, wait them out.
Hey, Joseph, do you represent anyone in this case yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I don't have any of these cases. I am talking to some of the aggrieved parties. There may be a civil rights violation in there. It's an unfortunate reality. People get hot on both sides. It's not just the public that gets hot and misbehaves, but generally, if you have a serious heart condition, they're not letting you do this kind of enforcement and removal work for ICE. So it's the public that maybe has those conditions.
Have you seen the videotape from inside the restaurant yet, sir?
I'm waiting on delivery of that. I haven't received it yet. No.
I see.
I saw the video that was connected to the feed that you played earlier.
Yeah. And the manager and the owner had expressed that allegation that there might have been some civil rights violations, yes?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you show up there, you're a hot pursuit of this guy. What if this is some kind of put up? What if it wasn't really like a hit and run in the parking lot?
Yeah.
It's definitely the wrong, from what I can tell, it was the wrong guy they were after.
No, they didn't get their guy. That's a fact. You're right.
But the guy that they were trying to get, I think even if they got him, it was the wrong person. So the fact that after they've created all this chaos, chasing the wrong guy way outside the warrant, whatever went on in the parking lot, whatever went on in the kitchen, arrested, tackled the manager, and then they're going to say, well, all wasn't lost because we found some other illegals around? This is nonsense. They're just picking up something to try and sanitize this mess.
I'll tell you what's fascinating about this narrative, sir, because I've been at this for 30 plus years and worked with cops that whole time, and I've been on at least 1,000 drug raids. Most of the public has no idea, but this happens every day. For some reason, and you alluded to this, the politics of it, this has now become illuminated with cell phones and people screaming. It's bizarre, isn't it, sir?
Well, there's that, and there's the fact that we have much more information now. You know, the government, for good or for bad, has put up a very elaborate surveillance state. And then, of course, we've participated into it with the iPhones, the cameras, surveillance cameras, Ring cameras. That stuff's all fun and games, and it makes people feel powerful. Law enforcement certainly feels free to use that surveillance state against us. Here it may go the other way. The Capitol or Central Diner has a pretty good surveillance system of their own.
I hear.
So whatever actually went on in there, we're going to see that.
I hear they're wonderful people. I hear they work their asses off, and I hear it's wonderful food. And
it's delicious over there.
And I hear from both sides, and it's actually amazing the dynamic of both sides.
It is. It is. As I've said, everybody's gaming the system, and somewhere in the middle of all of it is the truth.
Yeah, but
as usual,
I respect and admire your pragmatic, objective approach. It's actually very refreshing, my man.
There's no other way of doing it. If you tried to really take a side here, you'd lose your mind.
I know, but
really,
most immigration lawyers don't feel that way. You're the man. Thanks, brother.
All right.
It's the best.